and welcome back to my video blog. So I've had this question a lot lately, so I want to try to answer it. I've probably had 5 or 6 people just this month go, hey, we've got a family member, somebody that needs to sell a house, not here in our county, so I can't help them, but in a different area. I just referred a client down in Los Angeles. I had one up in Sacramento. I had one in Colorado. And how do we find a good agent? Well, fortunately, I belong to a good network, but the question is, how do you find a good real estate agent? So for these people, it was just strictly a referral, and that's always a good way to go. You can talk to people that are in the lending industry, the title industry. Hey, who's a good agent? Who can I find to help me out? And that can work. Now, what we're seeing as the market gets better, there's more people that want to get into real estate. It's like, oh my gosh, the market's good. So saw it happen 7, 8 years ago. A lot more agents, and there were up to, I think, 2 million realtors at one time in the country. Dropped down to about 800,000 in 2009, 2010, and now we get a lot more people coming into the business. In fact, a lot of my best clients are now my competitors, which is great. They're out there doing their best they can, and they're trying to do their clients proud, and I'm proud of them for doing that. So a couple of things I wrote down. If you don't know, if you don't have a referral, if you can't tell and you're just not sure, you're talking to a couple of people, obviously years of experience makes a huge difference, okay? The longer you do anything, the better you get at it. So how do you pick a doctor? How do you pick a contractor? Do they do a lot of surgeries? Do they work on knees all the time if you need your knee fixed? Do they do remodels all the time if you need a home remodel? Do they sell homes all the time if you need to get your home sold? So it's obviously just time, and it's a numbers game. That's how you develop the experience. That's how you can find a good agent. So years of experience, number of properties sold, 2 important questions to ask. Third one would be, okay, how do you do when you sell a house? If you're listing my home for sale, do you list it for $500,000? I end up having to sell it for $4. So that it's called a list to sale ratio. So I think in Pismo Beach, I pulled it up for the first 6 months of the year. It was about 97%. That's a good market. 3%, not too bad. I can say for us, we average 98.75%, so a little bit more, 1.5%, 1.75%. So what is that list to sale ratio? You need to know that. The other thing is, you're really hiring someone to go and sell your home. So if you can put a sign in the yard, a first grader can do that. Can you put it on the internet in the MLS? Anybody could do that. In fact, if that's all you had to do, you wouldn't even need a realtor. But then it becomes, who's going to go out and promote your house the most? How many people are you going to personally talk to? In fact, that's how I build my business. That's why I've sold 120 homes this year, and the average agent sells 4 or 5. It is actually, who do I go and talk to? Who do I tell about the properties I have for sale? What other clients am I talking to help our buyers find a home? So how many people personally are they contacting every day? At the end of the day, once you get a good resume, you check an agent's references, you'll be able to tell. And honestly, it's going to come down to a gut feeling. You're going to know. So if you have any questions about this, if you have family members that are struggling out of the area, or you need some advice on that, feel free to give us a call. These 4 people all got their homes sold. They called me back, said the agents did a great job. That's because I personally know them, because I network with a lot of the top agents throughout the country and throughout the state. So if you have any questions on that, give us a call. Otherwise, just check the references. You'll get a gut feel about a person, and you're going to know that you picked the right one most of the time. Any questions beyond that, give me a call at 781-3750. Thanks again for all the great referrals, and we'll talk to you soon.